Row, row, row your boat so gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. A sentence that I more than ever understand now. A sentence that is, that I wondered myself, why do people say this? Why is it all a dream? Because it is. It's all a dream, but not a bad or a good dream. It is an experience that we have. Sometimes people say that we have a draconic experience or a spiritual experience, but in fact, no. We have a human experience. All of us have a human experience. We all know what it is to be a human. We all have to go through this once to know what it's like, and so that we can feel. That is what we can feel in the end. What it's supposed to be a human. What it feels to be a human being with a human soul, a human energy. That I came to understand that is why the dragon sleeps, because you have a human experience inside of this world, a human experience alongside of humans, and that is why it's sometimes very difficult to be just like them. We can be very different than them. I came to discover this once I had one of my many rituals. A ritual that I really, really like, that one of the dragon's eye. In the beginning, I thought that it was a good idea to immediately to stab with my knife inside of the middle of it. Well, I came to discover something else. Whenever I do blood on my knife, for example, or something else, such as other things like even just spit or things like this, it's still from yours. It's still coming from you. Whenever you do some DNA, you can say, on your knife, it's all good. And before you step over there, like I thought that it was going to be, but it was making my dragons upset for doing this immediately. Before I knew that I had to put my mind on the dragon. Whenever you are ready to do this and you stab it in the middle of it, before this you have to be ready for this. Because with doing this, and this is the ritual of the earth dragons that I always call the earth itself, the earth dragons inside of a forest. Whenever I try to summon the earth dragons, I need to be ready before it. And I had a very good teacher for this. My goddess Tiamat, a dragon goddess that is said to be the mother of all dragons, but also the dragon of earth in itself. And you cannot have a better teacher than that. That is why I don't want to be distracted. That is why I don't want anyone else near me. I had to listen to what she had to say. She's a very good guide. And all of these years I came to understand that it's not over there. It's not over there that I have to stab it. Because I was already doing it with blood on it. There is blood on this blade, by the way. So I don't have to have new blood remains. It's always... Blood is also a life force, energy of life force that remains on whatever it touches. So with your blood, this ceremony is completely with your energy. This ritual that you're going to do, but this dragon eye as well. So this is actually our sign. This is the sign of the dragon with connection with you. This is the dragon's eye, very ancient. No one actually knows where it comes from, but it's being called the dragon's eye to summon up the dragons. But nobody really knows how to use it. So I was studying it with it. I was experimenting with the dragon's eye, and I came to a lot of new experiences with this. In the beginning, I said stab it in the middle with blood on it, and it was so strong that I have to pull it out because my dragon was actually not that pleased for this. So I was actually still afraid. So why shouldn't I do this? And so I was experimenting with this, but there was always like I was like this, and when you have a feeling like this, an uncertain feeling, and you don't know what you have to do, then don't go against your own feelings and just don't do it. Just stay away from it. In daily life, it's just the same thing. Just trust your feelings and instincts, and that is the best thing to go. But yeah, I didn't stab it over there. My instinct said you should first stab it over here, because this is the place where you are. This is your place. This is where you are. This is where you start. This is our physical realm where we are, where we have our dream, where we have our human experience. The humans are here. Humans that we are. And this connection with them, with the guardians and the gods on the other sides, should remain untouched, because you are not ready for this. You are not ready to summon up your dragons for this. This is a very strong ritual, by the way. If you are thinking of doing blood over there, well, good. That is actually a very good thing, because this is actually where the blood should go. Here is actually the place. And I sometimes said it wrong, because this is pure experimental. There is no guidelines of something like this, how to use this. So I had to trust my own feelings and instincts on how this works. So this is how it actually works for me. I'm not saying it works for everyone the same, but it works for me. I didn't have to do blood over there, but I had to do blood here in the beginning, wherever you are. And the reason for that is because this is your power. The power comes from here, from this place, wherever you are. The power of the earth in itself, wherever you are, your physical realm, where death is, where this mortal realm where we are, where death occurs every single day. And yet, it's still the same world as over there and over there, but it's a different realm. And every single being, and I came to understand from this, every single being in every single gate, in every kind of universe, wherever the dragon is, I mean, everywhere they need to pass to this place. Wherever here, how they will be. I mean, like a tree, like an animal, like another human, like a plant. That is where spirits comes from. The spirits come. They have to pass this physical realm just once, and normally they return to wherever they are home. This is also being called their paradise. But before they can return to their home, they need to pass this physical realm and to be born here to this world. So now, we as well have this experience of not being home. This is not our home, and a lot of people wonder themselves, why doesn't it feel like it's home? Because it's not, because it's a different realm. But actually this is like I said in the beginning, some kind of a dream that we all have, that we all share. And that is why I sometimes feel bad when someone hurts an animal, or even just a tree. I know that they are spirits too. They are spirits just having this experience just like us, but in a different kind of way, or in a different kind of shape. And with doing blood on this, or something else as well, I mean, doesn't have to be blood. In something of a male's case, you can even put seed on it, even that. Or in a female's case, you can use menstrual blood on the blade, so that you can stab it wherever you are home. This is the place where you are home. And now it is time to concentrate. Concentrate really hard, because this is needed. Concentrate really hard. Why? Because for further ritual, you don't need to do this alone. You cannot do this alone. You need your dragons with it. At least one dragon by your side, because they are 100% the power that you want to release. Also, focus yourself as well, not only on the dragons by your side, but also from yourself, from the draconic energy that lives within. Open it up before you continue, and don't let this go by for 5 or 10 minutes. This takes a while. And don't say, I'm ready. No, you're not. Just take your time. Just relax. This is summoning the energy of the earth, summoning the powers of the earth. This is not something light. And the summoning of your own dragons, because you want your dragon with you for this ritual, but you can summon a lot more than them. A lot more than just 1 or 2 dragons, but you can summon all of them in an instant, just when you do this ritual. And whenever you are ready, you just take your knife. And don't see it as a knife anymore, but as yourself, as you, as your spirit that you are giving away. Something that you give away selfishness, that you don't have anything to gain from this except from being with your dragon. This is where the dragon's eye stands for. We don't ask anything but our dragons. And that is what we want to prove, because the dragon's eye is actually a lock, and we need to unlock it with our own energy, our own spirit. And we need to unlock it with something that you give to it, something that it recognizes. Something it recognizes. If you don't have dragon energy, then it doesn't respond. But if you have dragon energy, then your dragons will be summoned to it immediately. That is why I put blood on it in the beginning, and there was respond. I mean, I didn't begin over there, but I was over there. But it was already very powerful. And when you stab it in the middle, when you are completely ready with the dragons by your side, this opens another place, another universe, another something that you always wanted to feel. The dragon realm, the dragon's place. The dragon's place inside of Leviathan's void and astral plane. Far, far away and not to be opened after 5 gates. Also being called reaching out for the 5th gate whenever you stab it with your blood or seed or something else on it that comes from you, that you want to sacrifice for being with your dragon. That you want to show this dragon eye that it's you, that it needs to be opened. This is a very powerful ritual, and you don't do this as 5 or 10 minutes then after you did or something in between this or that. No, you need a day for this, a day to fulfill this ritual. Don't take it lightly. It's not something for fun. It's not something that you just show off with your friends. This is something that you need to do alone, because the seal will immediately be closed. Whenever there are more, it will be confused, and out of this confusion the dragon eye will be closed. So this is a moment from you and your dragon eye that you need to open. Show this symbol, show this sign that you have a dragon eye, and it needs to be opened, and that your dragon's supposed to be and belongs with you, supposed to be with you, that you want the dragon gate to be opened. So summoning dragons doesn't come out of thin air. It happens because we give something to it to recognize who we are. And how we do this, just don't see your blade anymore as a blade. See it as something from yourself, your spirit, that you give it away. And that is where a lot of people are afraid of. They aren't sure of it, to give it to draconic energies. But that is just it. How far are you willing to go on the dragon's path? How far? I was willing to go very far, even though in the darkness of Leviathan's void I still wanted to find my dragons, because the dragons are my light. And in this dragon eye, I wanted to search down for the light of my own dragons. And I found them. I found them so many times in these rituals that I do. Of course I gave blood. Of course I gave much more than that. But all was not enough, because this is why I call myself a dragon witch. This is also something that I do alone. This is very sacred, by the way. This is a sacred symbol that I never expected it to be. But later on, I came to understand why it's actually not being told, why there is not much information about this. People like us on the dragon's path want to keep this hidden. Only those who know how to use it shall use it, how they supposed to use it. They will know it from the dragon by your side and the draconic energy within. They will know what they have to do, and they will make mistakes like I do. But eventually, they will be led in how it's supposed to work. So, yeah, this is actually something very interesting to use. Don't be afraid of rituals like this. This is only to summon dragons, to summon your dragons, to summon the dragons that's supposed to be with you. Sometimes they are lost inside of the void or the astral plane. And inside of a ritual like this, you can have visions, such as visions that you can see inside of the dragon's gate, that you know how it is, how it feels. That is why I recommend sometimes to use this symbol, not only for rituals, but also on underneath your bed, or maybe your dragon altar, it gives energy to them. It shows to your altar or your bed who you are to another side, that you are allowed wherever the dragon is, and that the dragon is allowed wherever you are.